Aries, welcome to your July monthly prediction reading. All right, let's see what's gonna happen to you and for you in the month of July. Make sure you check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, please, before you jump into any judgment. Okay, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Check your whole damn chart before you say anything. All right, let's see. What are the pleasant things that are about to happen to Aries in the month of July? Okay. You can also give me some of the things that are experiencing. That's fine too. All right. Aries. Almost there. You're thinking about exiting a situation, but you're not fully exiting the situation yet. You're just thinking about it, or you potentially are like halfway out of it. You came from a very strategic perspective, like very rational. You don't operate from your emotional minds, because maybe this is something that you need to be head clear, not really engaging in personal emotions into this matter in order to solve the problems. And I would love to see why you want to exit the situation, because we're reading what you feel inside, right? Yeah, the reason why you didn't fully exit yet, because there's probably some things that you need to think before you act. You're probably also valuing things out, like, is the benefits of staying bigger than the benefits of leaving? Like, which is which? Like, if I stay, what's gonna happen? Versus if I left the situation, what's gonna happen? Possibly has to do with the money matter as well. So this can be something that happened to your job, to your career, to your money. If you're self-employed, you open up a company or a business, like something in the business that you have to balance out, okay? As an Aries, like always, after you think through, after you're like, maybe the benefits is bigger when I left, you act on it so fast. Maybe whoever that's dealing with this situation, in this situation, they couldn't even react. They couldn't even have the time to react, and you're already gone. You flee like a rabbit, okay? And you're like, you're out. Yeah, I see you leaning more towards fully out of the door. Yeah. And there might be something that interests you outside of the situation that you want to leave. That's why you're like, oh, you know what? I see something that trigger some of my interests. I see something interesting right there. So, you know what? Let me just abandon all this. Fuck all this. And let me just go that way. Fuck all of this. Let me just go that way. Yeah. And of course, when you do decide to leave, there will be some fucking conflict. So this is telling me you're dealing with some humans here. Possibly the other person is trying to start an argument with you, or you guys had an argument to be like, oh, why did you leave? Like, I give you my everything. And I feel like this is more like, this can be business related. This can also be relationships. So for those of you who are in a love relationship, the other person is going to be triggered as fuck, because you act like you don't care, right? You act like you left so fast. You are being so rational. So the other person is like, You don't even fucking care about me. You have no emotions. Why you being like this? Yeah. But you did weigh things out, and you're coming from a place where you did things fair and square. Nobody can blame nothing onto you. Okay? So I want to see who you're dealing with. Okay? Who are you dealing with? Interesting. Well, your reading has a lot of tea. Your reading has a lot of tea. I like that. It's almost like watching a drama, reality TV show here. Okay, who are Aries dealing with on the other side? This can be one person, this can be multiple. Okay. Who are they dealing with? Let's see. Then by what I'm about to describe, you will know who this reading is talking about. You can have like a double confirmation. Who is Aries dealing with? Also, this can be like a marriage where money is involved, if I didn't mention yet. Also, this just reminds me of one of my clients. This is exactly what she's going through. She's an Aries, and what happened is, I'm not going to disclose too much information, but there's some money matter along with a lot of other bullshit, you know, within their family circle. So I'm on the fucking spot. My reading is on spot, okay? I mean, it just reminded me. I didn't even put my mind to it to be like, oh, let me do her reading. No, like, this totally resonates, okay? Who are you dealing with on the other side? Let me do it this way, more comfortable. Who are Aries dealing with on the other side? Who is this? This is somebody who is currently very isolated, okay? They wanted to go within to seek answers. This can be somebody who's philosophical, who's religious, who has that Sagittarius factors in it. Doesn't have to be a Sagittarius, but at the current moment, they're like, they just want to spend some time alone, okay? This is also somebody who's currently going through some important life stage. So they're in their chapter of life. And it is showing me they're planning to do something. They have probably already started to do whatever that they're doing at the beginning stage. Yeah. I need some more information. Characteristic-wise, like what kind of person this is. Okay. So Aries can know who exactly I am talking about. Who is this person? What are they like? What are they like? Same cards showed up again. I need to shuffle again. Yeah. By the way, haven't pulled your yeah. Who is this? Damn. All right. This is somebody who live very comfortably. They have a lot of money for sure. Probably they don't even need to worry about too much of their work. Maybe it just runs on its own. This can possibly be a business owner or somebody who's in their company at a very high position. Yeah, because all they do during their daytime is just drink some tea, read some books, like think about their life, like they barely work. I mean, they can own a business, but they don't need to put much mental effort into it. You know what I mean? So they can have extra time to think about life, being like Armin, do shit like that. This is also somebody who's overly confident. Okay. Yeah, because all three feminine energy cards showing up, this is somebody who can be a mother herself, can be pregnant at the current moment as well for some of you. They think they're always right. They think they're always right no matter what. Yeah, overly confident to a point where it showed up as cocky and stubborn. Okay, so if you're dealing with a man, this can also be their characteristic. It doesn't matter. Okay, can be a very feminine man. Okay, can be a little bit gay. All right, I'm very friendly to LGBTQ, but I'm just saying this can be somebody who is like very feminine, who is probably like gay, who doesn't know that they're gay. Like that's also one possibility if you're dealing with a man. Okay. Yeah. Also, this guy, if you're dealing with a man, this is somebody who loves flowers. Love flowers. Love to have some coffee, love to read some books in their natural habitat. Probably their like room they decorate real well. Like one of those like Instagram, TikTok homes where it's super like fancy and stuff like that. Yeah. Who stay at home a lot. So that's who we're dealing with. Okay, so I want to see the conflict. Okay. All right. What is the conflict in July? This feels like a weekly reading as well, so it might happen this week, you know? What is the conflict? One more shuffle. Conflict is about money, okay? It's about the money matters. One of you doesn't really want to give your money into the situation. You are very protective of your money. This sounds like you. Okay, Aries, this sound like you. You're very protective of your money, or they are protective of their money. I mean, one of you doesn't want to give into this situation, all right? Doesn't want to share the resources. It doesn't have to be money. This can also be like resources, like relationships, you know, resources related. Like it can be a lot of things. What else is this conflict about? Possibly about marriage for some of you. Okay, so I feel like this is marriage matter related, like chaos. For others of you, this can also be religious matters. Okay, so maybe their belief system doesn't match with your belief system, like religion related. Okay, like two storylines. What else? Trauma has something to do with trauma within the family dynamic that I strongly get, or within the group of friends or something, close relationships, like, yeah. What else? There's stuff that needs to come out. What else is this conflict about? That's it? There should be something else. Yeah, let me do deeper clarification here. Let's do the Four of Pentacles. Why do you guys fight about resources? What? Second round of clarification, let's go. Okay, why do they fight about resources? Okay, be aware that one of you is hiding something from the other person. One of you feels very burdened, okay, because they have something that they couldn't tell you, or you're the one that's super burdened and you couldn't tell them about something. And it has something deeply related to their traumas, right? Like I said 5 minutes ago, I know the shuffling take a long time, but I just want to get a message correct. And in order to get those messages correct, I have to feel it in the cards to pull it. Okay, if I don't feel it, the reading is gonna be twisted. Whoever that feels burdened within this relationship, they're also afraid that if they tell you the truth, this relationship is gonna end. Again, this can be business, career, family, love relationship related, it doesn't matter. But the matter of things here is one of you has some deep traumas they experienced before, where they tell the other person the truth of things and then things turn into shit. And then the person left. They left. That's why whoever this is that feels burdened doesn't really want to tell what's actually going on. Okay? Yeah, something dealing with money. I don't know. Yeah, they're hiding something. They're hiding something. Okay? Damn, this is a complicated situation. But I'm not worried about you. You figure things out, or you have already figured things out. Okay? It's pretty clear to you. You're about to take actions. Okay? That's what I have for you, Aries. Let me think about what kind of title I should give you. Tune into your second week of July reading. All right? I'll see you soon. Share your experience in the comment section. I'd love to read it. Subscribe and like.